Yeah, people, what's happening? We are back this week with the Jairzinho and Sakai week. Joining me today is me, my friend Will. Will,
Hello, people, back again. Let's go, let's
yeah,
go,
as you,
let's go. Let's get
as you
into
can see,
things.
it's just me and Will on today. Chi cannot join us today because he's preoccupied with some other work that he needs to carry out. So me and William are going to take the fort today. So thank you for joining us. Um, mad week last week. Mad week last week, man. How did you see
Talk
last
about
week? The whole card. The whole card. How did you feel about the whole card in
it.
itself? There's some good fights in there, innit?
Yeah. There were some good fights, and it was actually really really good. But I I don't know. I don't know. I want you to go into it because you watched it from the beginning. I caught on the back end of it, so you watched it from the
Right,
beginning.
right,
So
right,
yeah,
right, right, right. So I mean, look. First of all, I've got to say, Chig was on a mad thing last week. He smashed us all in points. The highest point tally ever got on the show since we've been doing the show. Chig ended up on 10 points on last week's card. He's not here to take his flowers. I'm only going to give it this one time. I hope he goes back and watch it so he can know that he got his flowers on here. But let's just get into last week's card real quick, and we'll go from there. Ben Rothwell, Chris Barnett. Chris Barnett, looking at that prelims there, Chris Barnett obviously he just coming to the UFC. He just coming to the UFC. That was his debut.
mm-hmm.
Good fight. Tough guy. He took some shots that I never expected him to take.
Take yeah.
But about two, three, or four times, he was running away from Ben Ruffalo. And the ref had to keep telling him, don't turn your back. Stop running away. Don't turn your back. Um, but in the end, Ben Ruffalo got the job done. Um, we got Court McGee, Claudio Silva. That was another fight. I did not expect Court McGee to put that type of clinic on Claudio Silva. I mean, obviously, you think Claudio Silva is gonna be the one that's got the jiu-jitsu, the Brazilian guy, and trade. He lost to James Krause, but being in there with James Krause for 3 rounds and not being submitted, you doing something right. You know what I mean? On the jiu-jitsu level, but Maggie just put some work on him. Um, Bruno Silva and Victor Rodriguez. Um, Bruno Silva won that. I did say in on the last show with Victor Rodriguez, he got knocked out by Adrian Yanez. Remember I said that, and I said Adrian Yanez ain't even back in the octagon yet. What's this guy doing back in the octagon? He got knocked out in the first round, just like I said he would. You know what I mean? So well done to Bruno Silva on that one. I went with Bruno Silva. Josh Kulibau, another very very good fight with Shalian. Great fight. Josh Kulibau won that first round knockout, the first round finish, shall I say. Um, and Dermia Ismagulov. This is the one that all of us went with in the first. This is the one that all of us went with in the first in the prelims. That's the one we all went for. Um, and Damir Ismagulov got the job done just like we thought. So going on to the main card, me, you, and Chig, we went for Jack Hermanson versus Edmund Shabazian. And in round one, as as Shabazian is doing all this work, and I thought, oh, it looks like he's gonna get Jack Hermanson out of there in the first what? In the first 2 rounds, or at least in the first round. It looked like it because you know Ed Shabazian, he's got heavy hand. But once you withstand it, a lot of people said about his gas tank and his grappling abilities, and all of that just went to show. It just goes to show. And people that have got grappling ability, Shabazian is going to struggle against them. People like Vettori, people like Bronson, Hermanson, those guys. Shabazian is going to struggle against these guys because now they know his weakness. A little bit like Kevin Holland. You know what I mean? They know where to go to. and they're just going to target
Little
that.
bit like Israel.
No, Israel's got near enough 100% takedown defense at 185, not at 205 because there's bigger mans over there. Yeah, but at 185, there he's been through them, man. Come on, you know that he's been through them, man. Them man, they could take him down. They tried. It's not like they didn't try. They tried. They just couldn't do it. You know. But when you go to bigger mans, look what John Jones has been talking about. He don't feel he's heavy. You see how big that brother is, and he's saying he don't feel like he's heavy enough to go there. He's got to do it properly. Yeah. So that's telling me one or two things. It's either you don't really want to fight the man that's got the strap right now, or there's more to going up in weight than meets the eye. Daniel Cromie seemed to do it easily. So I'm just saying, Cromie seemed to do it easily. Gustafsson seemed to do it easily. Ovison Prue.
Comey only does it because he doesn't have to weigh for heavyweight.
Yeah, but I'm mentioning other guys as well. I'm not just stopping on Cromie.
Yeah, John Jones, like he has to put on weight to compete with the Cormiers and that in heavyweight. That's why John Jones would never fight Cormier or heavyweight. He already said.
Yeah, I know that, but this is not DC. We're talking about heavyweight. We're talking about 265 pound of muscle. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how he's going. I don't know how he's going to do it, but it looks like he's made up his mind now. He doesn't want no part of it. It looks like he's made his mind up. So, that's by the by. But going back to Jack Manson, I think it put on a really good work on Ed Shabazian. So Felicia Spencer, Norma Dumont. Did you see the highlights of that? Did you see how that fight panned out? Anything? No.
No. I wasn't there yet.
Right, but you picked the right fighter. You picked the right fighter. Norma Dumont actually beat Felicia Spencer. Oh, so you know about that. You just didn't see the highlight.
Yeah,
So Norma Dumont, she put, bro. I didn't expect it. It looked like the fight looked kind of scrappy, and it looked like Felicia Spencer was putting in everything she could into that fight to make that fight happen. I mean, to try and get over the line and win that fight. But Norma Dumont just, I think, her output, and she landed way harder punches as well. And I think that's what ultimately sold it to the judges. And yeah, she won that fight, unanimous decision. Justin Taffa, Jared Vandera. This is the fight. You was there. You saw this one. This fight was crazy. This fight was absolutely off the fucking chain. And what did I say to you that I was going to do after the fight?
What? Which part? Give me a little hint and I'll remember.
The bit that I said I was going to tweet Dana. Because you was campaigning for something else to be Fighter the Night.
Friday night. You said this should be Friday night.
I said,
you said it before. You said it way before. I think you said it round one, end of round one-ish.
The way that fight was going, I'm like, this fight is looking like Fighter the Night. So when the fight was done, I said, boy, I'm jumping on thing right now. I'm tweeting US, I'm tweeting Dana, man. Better give this fight Fighter the Night. And lo and behold, not just because of me, but the fans, us the fans. You know what I mean? They do listen to us sometimes. And this fight come up with Fighter the Night. And you know who else chose it as Fighter the Night?
Chig.
Chig picked it as Fighter the Night. Like, Chig just smashed the whole thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, big up to Chig on that one.
It's a good thing he's not here. It's a good thing he's not here.
But he will be.
It's so good.
His head will be up here, man.
And we don't. And this is forgotten right now. We don't mention it again. It's gone. We don't mention it again.
Like I said, to get these flowers, he's gonna have to go and watch your show back. Exactly. That's it. You only get your flowers here right this moment. No more flowers. Yao Xiaonan and Carla Esparza. God damn. Jesus Christ.
I did not expect that at all. Because I chose Yao Xiaonan.
We all did. We all went for
even Chig.
We all did. And he said it, you know what I mean? Like, but I was saying that I was a little skeptical about this. Like, Esparza, you gotta be really, really, really good to really get past her, to get to the top contenders. Then, you know what I mean? To me, I said it to you. She reminds me of the Arlovsky of the women's um strawweight. You know, you've got to be good. You can't just be decent to get past someone like Carla Esparza. You really need to know what you're doing. And to win the way she did, um, but Carla Esparza, she put on a clinic. But what did you think of the fight and how she finished the fight?
It was like you said. It was like the first. She didn't even like. If you watch the interviews towards the fight, she didn't even think she was gonna get the first takedown because she thought she was gonna practice for it. But her first strike for a takedown, bang, she got that straight away. And then from then, it, yeah, Xiaonan actually really peed me off, to be honest with you, because after round one, and you're a striker, you're a better striker than the person you're fighting against. I think if you trained for the defending takedowns, I think you should try to stay away. Try to
Mm,
stay away. When they level change, you level change too.
mm-hmm.
To make sure you clash rather than like, oh, I don't know. It's like she gave the fight away, and I think she gave up as well, kind of. She was like, "Oh, just finish me off already."
But I thought there was a there's a big reward at the end of that fight. That any one of them two winning, they've got very good stories to go up and challenge Rose for for the strap. You know, you'd have thought those guys, but in a way, did the pressure get to her? I don't know
Nah,
because I just thought the storyline was there. She could,
see,
she could be going
see,
over to avenge a friend that just lost to Rose, and
I
Carla
know,
had a story with Rose.
I know what you're saying, but Carla has just saved us, yeah, from what Rose would have done to her. Because let's just say she beat Carla, and Rose done this to her. I mean, she's not ready. She's not ready yet. And also, this is the best thing that could ever happen because at the end of the day, now we've got Rose fighting someone she's lost against and hasn't got a
Yeah,
win back.
yeah. You know, it's a bit of a better matchup in it. You know what I mean? I think this Carla Esparza thing is a bit of a better matchup than Yan Sha now coming to get revenge for her brethren because she will still say, "Look, I'm fighting for me. I'm here for me," rather than I'm coming to take Whaley's sort of
Yeah,
revenge sort of
title
thing.
back.
So
Yeah. Well, I'm not
yeah,
giving her when I
so
win it. I'm not gonna give her the title back. You know what I mean? So I'm not fighting for her.
exactly. So yeah, Carla Esparza seems like the better story going in there. You know, a lot of the footage is going to be flying around. I'm sure if it gets made, UFC is probably going to put the free fight of Carla whooping Thug Rose on UFC fucking Fight Pass. You know, so it's gonna be out there. You're gonna see it. But very very good win for Carla Esparza. I'm so impressed with that win. One of my favorite type of finishes, um, crucifix. You know, when you get wrapped up in a crucifix, there's nowhere to go, man. It's almost one of the most helpless situations that you could ever be in UFC. You can't do nothing with your legs, you can't do nothing with your waist, you can't do nothing with your hands. You try to move your head around, and you just getting forearm and back of the elbows. You know, just grinding up on the face until the ref comes out and pulls you out of there. So yeah, fantastic, fantastic win. Um, Main event: Rob Fon's Cody No Love. Now, me and you went with Cody, and Chig went with Rob Font. And Chig called this one again. What a fight! What a I wouldn't even say what a fight. I'd say what a ass whooping. I have look, Cody's dominance have to do that, but Yeah, what else will people from Rob Font, man? This guy used to sell pizza. He was a pizza delivery driver, man. And therefore, you know what, I could do this thing. I could do this thing. And lo and behold, is it, he got himself into the thing. And next thing you know, he's fighting in UFC. And look, he's only lost 4 fights for somebody that didn't really have extensive background in all of the facets of, say, combat sports. I mean, some people have, the base as wrestling or boxing or kickboxing. You must have done something before. This guy he ain't done none of that before. And he's
Hmm.
only just got into into fighting about 4 or 5 years ago. Same as
Yeah,
Francis, but it's crazy.
I had my eye on Rob Front when Lil Wayne said about who Sugar Shane should fight.
Mm.
That's when I had my eye on. I was like, well, for Lil Wayne to say someone like Rob Front, that means the guy is really on smoke. He must know him
Yeah. Mm.
or something like that. So then I started watching Rob Front, but I still thought, you know, Cody was that before Cody started getting knocked out. Cody was that fighter that nobody wanted to face, kind of thing.
Mm.
And I thought that old Cody was gonna come back in this fight, but it was just I think it was too much, like too many jabs. He just couldn't take the volume of the jabs. He just couldn't take the
Mm.
volume, and he couldn't set. But in the fifth round, Cody still stunned him a few times. Cody
Yeah,
stunned.
but Cody was looking for that power hand, man, and it made it too obvious. Every time you see him come to the fence to load up, and the man says, we ain't doing that today. Come in the middle over here, brother. You know what I mean? And the
Mm.
Cody will find his way, jab, jab, and they try and load up into the fence like that. My man's like, nah, I ain't falling for that. So what happened with our son, Sal? We ain't doing that tonight. Come over here. But I for Cody, because he took him down the first time, in the first round, I thought, you know what, Cody's probably going to use his wrestling here. It's not something that he's known for. It'd be like Justin Gaethje. He's not known for it, but
But
he's got it in his back pocket.
he gassed though. He gassed when he went for the second takedown. He gassed.
This is what I'm saying. He's not known for it. Justin probably one of those that probably gas. If the skill is there, but the conditioning to carry out that skill level over and over and over and over again, that's two different things. There's some people that's just specialists at doing that. Specialists, in that division. There's people like Cejudo, Triple C, people like Merab Vashvili. Those guys are relentless. The cardio is there for days. Askarov, like there's bare people that they don't mind, even all the way to heavyweight. And we're talking cut his blades at the very top of the division that can carry on doing that consistently if given the chance. Corey Anderson is one of those now that is now doing in Bellator. He's just stuck to that MO. I will take you down, I'll ground and pound you, and I'll get you the hell out of there. And that's his MO. That's what he's using in Bellator right now, and he's looking good over there. So salute to Rob Font. People that didn't know him before, I'm sure they know
Now
him
you
now.
know. Now
You
you
know what I
know.
mean? Now you definitely know who he is. Um, big win and another good call from Chig. So on the whole, um, you got two in the prelims, you got two on the main card. I got three in the prelims. It was disastrous for me on the main card. I only got one on the main card. I didn't get no bonuses. You didn't get no bonuses. He got two in the prelims. He got five on the main card, and then he got 3 points on bonuses. This is wild, bro. Like, this is wild. But yeah, Chick ended up with 10 points, Will 4 points, I'm on 4 points. That takes Chig to 85 points. William is on 75 points. I'm on 93 points going into this week. Now, as Chig is not on the show and is not able to pick for this week's pick, he's going to put it in the chat before the fight starts, and I'm going to register it. So, uh, for now, I'm just gonna go with your pick and my pick. So I'm gonna call out the fight, call out the stats, and then you choose which because there's 5 fights. Yeah, there's 5 fights on the prelims. So you can pick any three that you want, but I'll give you all of the fighters on there and the stats on there, and then you can pick. Right. We got Markwan Amerikani and Nate Landwehr. Amerikani 16-5. Nate Landwehr 14-4. Both coming off a loss. Amerikani
Yeah.
coming off a loss to Barboza, and Nate is coming off a loss to Erosa. So where you want to go? Both of them are 32, and
I'm
this is
going.
at
Americani.
145.
Americani.
Amerikani.
Yeah.
If you don't like the look of the bout, you can get me to go to the next one
No,
because
no, no,
you only
no,
need
no.
to pick
I
three.
know. I know.
You
I
only
know.
need to pick three. That's what I'm
I
saying.
know.
So, all right. Uh, hold on. Okay. So you're going Americani. Right. We got the next one here. This is one that I'm actually interested in. Heavyweight. Tanabosa versus Ilya Latifi. Both coming off a loss again. Latifi 15-8. For how long he's been in UFC, you think he's had more than 15-8 record. But he's 15-8. Tanabosa 19-7. One no contest. Latifi coming off a loss to Derek Lewis at 37 years of age, and Tanabosa coming off a loss to Arlovsky. Arlovsky is one of those guys that everybody thought that Tanabosa was going to get him, and I said, nah. He's one of the ones that I called and said Arlovsky is going to put it on him. So, where are you going on this? Actually, let me go first on this one. If you want this card, if you actually want this bout, I'm going to go with Tanabosa on this. I feel like Tanabosa is gonna get the job done on this, even though Ilya Latifi, Salah Alewa Salam, is dominance. But I have to start thinking about my scorecard right now. You feel me? So uh, I'm going with Tanabosa.
I'm going with
You want to move on to
Latifi.
the next one?
No, I want
Are
to
you
go
going
with
Ilya
Latifi.
Latifi?
Yeah.
Uh, okay. So you got one more fight to pick in the prelims.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've got Trinaldo versus Muslim Salikov. Now this is at 170.
Yeah.
Trinaldo is 26-7. Muslim Salikov is 17-2. Trinaldo is on a 3-5 win streak and is coming off a win against James Herbert. So, do you want that fight or do you want to go to the next one?
Next one for me.
Next one. Okay, I'm gonna go with Muslim Salikov. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Muslim Salikov. Okay, the next one is Alan Patrick versus Mason Jones. This fight is at 155. 15-3.
Mm-hmm.
Mason Jones is 10-1. Mason Jones is 26. Alan Patrick is 37. Alan Patrick is coming off a loss to Bobby Green.
Yeah. Who's 10 and
Bro,
1 again? Who's 10 and 1?
Mason Jones also coming off a
Mason.
loss
Mason Jones.
to M. Davis.
I'm going with Mason Jones.
I'm going with Mason Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you've got one, two, three. You've got all your three.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm actually gonna go with Mason Jones as well at 155. So that's all my three. Okay, let's move to
Main
the main
Kizzy.
card. The main card. So on the main card, uh, we have Tom Breeze fighting
I'm going with Tom
Antonio
Breeze.
Arroyo.
But
Okay,
off the bat, no. Off the bat, I'm going with Tom Breeze. But go on. Just go on with the stats.
right. So Tom Breeze, 185, card at 185, and fighting Antonio Arroyo. Arroyo is just coming off. He's coming off a loss to Darren Win. Like, how do you lose to Darren Win, man? Like, if you're losing to Darren Win, you're not beating Tom Breeze. Like, come on. But to be fair, Tom Breeze is also coming off a loss to one of my guys, Omari Akhmedov. That guy is a wrestling machine, so he got submitted as well. But I will go with Tom Breeze on this. I agree with you. So if you're going with Tom Breeze, let me put it down. I might go with Tom Breeze as well. Okay. The next one is Miguel Baeza versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. So Ponzinibbio coming off a loss to Ling Jingliang, to my surprise. Um, and Miguel Baeza is coming off a win to Sato. So Santiago Ponzinibbio at 170 against Miguel Baeza. Where you going?
Ooh, this was the one where earlier on today I had to sit down and think about it for a minute
Mm.
because common sense will go with what's his name, the other guy, the other guy's name,
To Baeza? Miguel
Baeza,
Baeza?
yeah,
Yeah.
common sense will go with him,
Mm.
but I just feel like Ponzinibbio's first, that was like his last fight was his first fight back in like 2 years.
Yeah.
So it might be. Did you get what I'm saying?
It might
It's
be
a
a little bit
shake.
sharper now. And he's got them
Yeah,
hands. He's got them
yeah.
hands. Can't lie. You know what I mean? He's got hands, man.
I'm going Bielsa.
Yep. Okay. Ah, I don't like picking against Ponzinibbio, man. I'm gonna go Baeza as well. I'm gonna go Baeza. Okay. We got Laureano Stapoli, 9-3, coming off a loss to. Like everybody on this card is just coming off a loss, bro. Everybody on this card, it's
It's a
mad.
redemption card. It's a redemption
You know
card.
what I mean? It's one of these. It's one of these where everybody have to do something, man. You know what I mean?
It's a proper
But everybody,
redemption card.
yeah, it's crazy, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Archie, Epic Nine, I see you, mans. Big up to you guys. Put a like on the show if you haven't yet. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Get it out there for us. We're still growing, um, but we like coming on the show, doing this for you guys each and every week. So please keep supporting. And if you're watching on the playback as well, like, share, subscribe, all of that. We need you guys. Okay,
Archie,
going on
Archie,
to
keep reminding all of that he's about to lose his crown, his middleweight crown in a bit. Even though it might
what's
go
that?
to dominance,
What's
but it's
what's that? Go to? Let's bring that up in current events, man. You know what I mean? Let's get through this card first
okay.
because there's a couple more here, man. You know what I mean? Stop trying to get Archie to fucking step on my neck already, man. I've escaped it all show, and all of a sudden you're gonna remind the man to put his fucking foot on my neck. Roman Dolidze versus Laureano Stapoli, 9-3 for Laureano, 8-1 for Dolidze. Both of them coming off losses. One of them to Means, the other one to Trayvon Giles. At 170, where are you going, William?
The one who lost to
Actually,
Trevor
let me pick
Giles.
first. Let me pick first. All right. So you're going with Dolite. I'm going with
Yes,
Dolite as
sir.
well. So far we go. We've gone for both for the same fighters, which again,
Shows that I'm actually wanting to pick points now.
yeah, you do want to win. Um, but this one could be different. Co-main event. I don't even know how this fight's co-main event, but you know what? I'm not complaining.
Whilst
Um,
Ilatife and Thingy both are on prelims. That's weird, isn't it?
yeah, this is crazy. So we got Walt Harris, big ticket. Walt Harris, um, versus Marcin Tybura. Tybura 21-6, big ticket 13-9. Lost to Volkov. Marcin Tybura coming off a win against Greg Hardy. This is a heavyweight business they got going on here. I'm going with Marcin Tybura on here. Um, I just think there's something unique about how he fights. Something unique about how he fights. I have to go with Marcin Tybura.
I know why you went first. I know exactly why you went first. So you wouldn't say like, yeah, we're like, so I know we're not
Bro,
following each other.
bro,
But
you can't.
I'm gonna pick my Taboo as well.
Oh God. Okay. Right. Maybe we might differ on the main card. Let's see. Main card, we got Jairzinho, Biggie Boy, fighting Augusto Sakai. Augusto Sakai 15-2. Last loss to Overeem, but one of his losses was to Arlovski as well. Um, but last loss to Overeem. Jairzinho also got two losses. These guys, they kind of identical, but the level of competition that Jairzinho lost to and the level of competition that Sakai lost to is kind of, you
Chalk and
know,
cheese.
yeah. And this is why I'm going to go with Jairzinho here. I just feel the level of competition that he lost to Cyril Gane and Francis Ngannou to Overeem and Arlovski, that Ngannou knocked both of them the fuck out. I don't. But in heavyweight, none of these really. I don't know how much weight you can put on that bit of reference there. But I put my team on it, and I'm going with Jairzinho. It's all right. You can pick Jairzinho as well.
Now I'm gonna go with Sakai.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk about that in a minute, Epic Nine. I mean, this is more something that Will would love to chew up on. So, and Will, why do you want to drop a tenner on Jairzinho Sakai?
I knew you were waiting. You were just waiting for the one that will separate each other, and then you do it. But since you still owe me money, no, no, because I see you clawing your money back. I see what you're doing.
Come on, fam. Come on, dog.
You think I ain't
It's not
seen it?
even like it's not even like that, fam.
It's not even like
It's
that.
not like that.
It's
Man.
not
It's not
even
even
like
like that,
that.
fam.
Nah,
It's
it
not
is
like that, bro.
exactly like that. It's
All
exactly
right,
like that. I know you.
all right. If you say
I
so,
knew
if
it.
you say so,
I knew it. Do you know
if
what
you
I was
say
gonna
so.
say? Yeah, and do you know what I was saying after I picked Sakai? The first thing I was gonna say was, and don't think I want to have a bet with you. That's what I was gonna say. Really. Next time I'll just say
Okay, can we do Tanabosa and Latifi?
NASA, no shot or rubber, flosser.
Anyways, moving along. Current events. So, John Jones has decided that he doesn't want any part of the heavyweight no more for
Are
another
we not
year.
doing?
He's
Whoa,
actually,
whoa, 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 whoa! You're getting too far ahead of yourself. What?
well, you want to do bonuses?
I thought we were doing them.
No, bro. I just thought you didn't want to. I just thought you didn't want to win no more points, right? You know.
But yeah. Look at him, about you. Didn't want to win no
I,
more points.
you don't want to win no more
Now
points,
you
right?
getting shook. Now you getting shook. Chicks getting
Salute
close. You
to
getting
Epic
shook.
Nine, man. It's just business, bro. You know what I mean, man? It's just business, man. That is nothing personal. Epic Nine knows, man, already, man. You feel me? Yeah, man. It's just business, man. So, um, yeah, let's do the bonuses real quick before we get on the John Jones topic. Will fight of the night, will performance of the night.
You go. I've been going for so long.
No, you went, but I will go. I will go. I am gonna go with Tanabosa. for performance of the night. And I'm gonna go with Taibura, also for performance of the night.
2 performances.
Don't worry about that, man. If you didn't hear me, watch it on the playback.
I'm gonna go with Biza or Bieza or whatever his name is.
For what?
Performance. Who's he fighting again? Nah,
It doesn't matter.
Ponzinibbio. Mm, yeah, performance. And then
Just
nah,
to let you know, in all of his 4 losses out of 28 wins that he has, is 28-4. In all of his 4 losses, it's never been finished. So I just thought you should know that. But I'll keep a Baeza for your performance of the night for you. Who's your fight of the night? You want me to reel him out for you again?
Jairzinho Sakai.
Jairzinho Sakai, fight of the night.
Yeah.
Biggie boy. Okay. So that concludes the card. We're just gonna wrap up a couple current events and then we're gonna get the hell out of here. Yeah, let's talk about John Jones real quick and him and heavyweight. So when Francis won that strap and Dana made that comment. Do you remember that comment? What Dana made at the press conference and he said, "If I'm John Jones,
Oh, no
I
parts, man.
should, I should be, I want to be thinking about running to 185." That's what he said. You know what I mean? And I did think at the time that John Jones is going to try and price himself out of this fight, and then he started doing that. But then, in a way, I was backing John Jones a little bit. Like, you know what? I want fighters to get paid. What they're worth, above and beyond, even. Above and beyond, even because of how dangerous their job is. We've seen it. People breaking arms. We saw it with Jacare Souza, leg broken with Weidman. Like, we see it. Belal Mohammed, eyes crying blood. It's crazy. The things that happen in this sport. So really and truly, if there's a potential chance of you visiting the shadow realm, you want to get paid for that. That shit is super necessary. You feel me?
Wait. Hold on.
Hold on,
Hold on.
hold on.
What
Hold
the hell did you call it? The what?
The shadow realm, fam. If there's a chance of a man visiting
Yo,
their
this
places
is
there,
Mortal Kombat for real. This is Mortal Kombat. Oh my god. The Shadow Realm.
talk to me about it, man. Talk to me about it.
Well, I think John Jones will fight. The thing is, right? He is right. John's right. No matter how much you slice it, dice it, cut it, whatever it is, because if kids like what's his face? What's the kid's
Dominic,
face? No, kids. Kids like what's that kid's name? Ben Askren. What's that kid's
oh
name?
yeah,
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
If kids like Jake Paul can generate the amount of money they are doing, yeah, by doing something like that, then a big establishment like the UFC, a big company like the UFC should be able to pay that, like their greatest athlete of all time, their greatest fighter of all time, at least what he deserves. For me. For
Mm.
me. For me. And it's not even when you look at it, yeah, John's not really asking for big money compared to the boxers, what the boxers earn. The boxers
Mm.
earn way, 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 way more than that. Way more than that. So I don't think John's asking for too much, if you ask me. But
No, me neither.
every
I want him to get paid
yeah,
because if John gets paid, Francis gets paid.
you got to look at this as well. Another thing that does my head in with the UFC. UFC is a much more popular sport right now than boxing is. Right now, off the cuff, people would know about more UFC stuff than they do. All right, they know about Anthony Joshua and that, but when like people are more like they know more UFC fighters than they do boxers. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I feel like. With that being said, and it's around the world as well. Look at when the UFC event happens around the world. Look at how people just like everywhere, like on my Snapchat, people like even people from Ghana and all sorts of like, do you know what I mean? They're all watching it. People from America, like everywhere, they're watching the UFC events. Boxing, not so much. It depends on the region, who's fighting, and scrap like that. I've seen
Mm.
Anthony Joshua fight bare times where no Ghanaian has actually really watched from me, from like for the people that I've got on Snap. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like the UFC has got that thing
That's
where
because they hate us, though. But carry on.
yeah, that's because your man don't want to fight Wilder. But that's a different story.
We'll
But
come to that. We'll come to that.
yeah, but yeah, well, the whole point, or the easiest way to say this is, yeah, they do deserve more money. I feel like they do deserve more money. They
Yeah,
really, really do because
I 100% agree with you.
just think of how much money Jake Paul just made, and he hasn't sacrificed half of what John Jones has sacrificed to do what he's doing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
John Jones has been through a lot, and you're telling me he didn't earn as much money. And for Ben Askren to say this is the highest pay I've had to fight a YouTuber,
Mm. I
what does
agree.
that say
I
on the
agree with.
UFC?
I agree with you. But this is where I think John Jones missed a trick. This is where I think John Jones missed a trick. Doing this negotiation in public is a recipe for disaster. Trying to line up money in front of everyone, it's not really what Dana
It's
does.
true, but he
But
he thought he'd sympathize with him. The whole point, what John Jones didn't expect was we weren't in love with him at that moment in time. We were in love with Khabib.
but yeah, but I'm just saying that's one of his mistakes. Then the second mistake he made was vacating the 205 belt because he could have held on to that. Hold on, oh, bro, like you've held up the division before. It's not like you ain't done that before. Like you know what I mean. John, it's not a new thing. He's held up the division before. So if he's holding, use the strap as your leverage. He lost that leverage, and because it's not the champ no more, he lost the leverage to actually to negotiate for that amount of money that he's looking for. You know what I mean? That can's empty. Why you keep drinking an empty can, bro? You drunk an empty can like 3 times. You know that can's empty, bro. Like the more you put it up there, no one's gonna come out. John Jones, you can't keep, brother. You're killing me, fam. You're killing me, brother. John Jones can you can't give away the strap like that. Don't fight for over a year, and you lost your leverage, and then you want to negotiate in public. Everything that he's done to try and it's almost like he's doing all of that to get away from the fight rather than do the right things because Jones has been in the UFC for such a long time. He's a vet. He's been around for a
Bro,
long, long time.
you're sitting there and
He's a
watching
vet.
people make. You're sitting there watching Conor McGregor say, I made this off of fighting this guy, I made this off fighting this guy. You've been there for years. You are the greatest of all time. you will get a feeling about this. I'm sorry, but I really side with John Jones, and I really back
Of
him
course,
because how
bro.
much
I
money?
just said to you
Wait,
that
wait,
I'm
wait,
backing John Jones.
hold on. How much money did Conor make from the fight before Pori? Not even Pori's one, just the fight before Pori. How much
What
money?
the one with Cowboy?
Yeah,
Boy, I know Cowboy didn't see no money
yeah.
or whatever he was promised.
I'm not talking. I'm not talking about Cowboy.
So
I'm talking
that
about.
goes to show that how much truth is the money that they putting out there to us. How much truth is in that? Because if Cowboy is saying I ain't seen no money, even Dustin is coming saying, "Oh, the money that I got promised, I ain't seen no money. I got
Yeah, but
promised 500,000 for my foundation. I didn't see nothing."
that's from
How
Connor's.
much truth? Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. How much truth is really in what Connor says? A lot of things. You know what I mean? He says a lot of things. He says a lot of things now. You know what I mean? And how much truth is really in it? How much? How much of it is real, and how much of it is clout? You see what I'm trying to say? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying Connor because the type of money that Connor's been making since the fight from Mayweather is different to everyone's. Because Connor's not employee anymore. I've been saying it on this show for a long time. So you can't say, oh, the money that Connor make, then John Jones. John Jones is an employee, bro. Connor's a partner. There's a difference. You can't start asking the type of thing that Connor's gonna be asking. You know what I mean? You're just not gonna get that.
I still
You know?
feel like if you have been or you feel like you are the greatest. Mm. Oh my god, Archie's killing it. But like you still want the money. You will still want the money. Like the thing is, you're watching when you watch. Look how much money Jake Paul made.
Yeah, look, again, how much truth is really in that?
The numbers got
And
posted, didn't it?
the people that are within the thing are saying is a load of horseshit. Just because it got posted doesn't mean it's a real thing. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot of horseshit. Anyways, look, the only reason, just to answer Archie's question, I'm campaigning for Jones to get paid. Because if Jones get paid, like I said, Francis gets paid. And that's why Francis is saying he don't want to fight nobody but Jones. One for legacy, because he's trying to fight an undefeated man.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, you know, on top of that, if Jones is gonna get them sort of levels of money, then Francis is gonna get some of that money as well, especially from pay-per-view buys. Obviously, we know Jones ain't really been selling out on pay-per-view buys anyway, so he can't really. I don't know if that equates to he can't really be asking for that type of money, but he can, and he should. There's no reason why not. I back him to get paid what he wants.
How much
You
does he
know what
want
I mean?
anyway? 50 mil.
Bro, all kind of numbers are coming out. I heard 10 million to start with, and
If he
Derek
wants
Lewis
10
came out and
million,
said he'll do it for 8. If he wants 10 mil, UFC would have done it. But then I think the price just kept going up. And even my guy, my brother, Salawalewa, Salam,
oh god,
Ali,
here we
has,
go.
has asked to see if he could help him and get this deal over the line. But what does he do? He goes and gets a boxing man. I can't even remember the name of the boxing man that he went and got as a manager to try and get this deal sorted for him. And he's now put it out there. You don't want to, you don't want to do it for, you don't want to
The
fight for
bo-
another year,
the
anyways.
boxing
So,
man's name's Richard Schaefer, by the way.
oh,
Golden
so,
Boy
so yeah,
Promotions.
I knew you'd know. I knew you'd know who that guy was. You know what I mean? I just knew you'd know who that guy was, man. But when I say about my guy now, that's a manager. You're like, here we go. You know what I mean? You know my guy, though. You know my guy, though. You know what I mean? You know my guy. It was a hot boxing. Anyways, moving along. A new fight's been announced. Max Bless Holloway versus Yara Rodriguez. That's a mad bout. That's a crazy bout. Like, it's all fireworks, bro. And
Why they give Max easy fighters?
who's man? What's man supposed to do? Just sit and wait till Ultimate Fighter's done?
He's gonna beat him.
He's got. Of course, he's gonna beat. He's good, bro. He ain't gonna beat him. He's gonna bless him, Bridget. That brother's getting blessed. You know what I mean?
My future performance of the night.
That brother's getting blessed. He will get blessed.
Did you hear what I said? My future performance.
Yeah,
of the
but
night.
I ain't even got the whole thing in front of me. We need to see what card they get put on. The fight just got announced. Probably gonna go on 263, maybe 264, depending on what falls out, how quick those guys can get ready. There's a lot. It's a lot of moving parts, but we'll see if and when where they really wanna slot it. So, but I think it definitely will be a co-main event, at least a co-main, if not maybe if the third fight on the card, a bit like Leon Edwards and Nate Diaz, that sort of thing, where there's two other title fights and then there's that one, or one title fight and then that's the co-main event. So I don't think it'll be on the fight night. Max will fight on the fight night, So he's a pay-per-view guy. So I can definitely see that being on the pay-per-view. They just have to find the right one to put it on. What else is out there?
Your boy ducking Usyk.
I don't know about ducking. Why would you put it like that?
Because he wants to
Why?
fight. What's his face? Thinking for the third time, Ruiz.
Yeah, why not? Maybe actually we can actually knock Ruiz out this time. I'll do that fight.
You're a disgrace.
No. We're trying to find a way to keep all the straps till we get back to Fury. Do you understand the meaning of the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yes,
We
I
need to
do
keep the
understand
straps
the word.
till we get back to Fury. If Fury can keep that strap, by the way, because he's coming to see your boy, So if Fury can keep that strap, I'm like Jones. I don't really want AJ to be saying Wilder for another year, bro. I'm keeping it a buck right now. I don't want AJ seeing Wilder till 2022, maybe even 2023. That's just how I feel. But
You want the power gone.
you wanted the fight from yesterday. You wanted the fight last year. You wanted the fight 3 years ago.
2 years ago, exactly.
I know.
That's when we would have seen who's who.
I don't want that fight till 2023, man.
Don't
If I can get away with it.
AJ's whiskers ain't gonna get any better either.
Okay, well, for me, I just think, look, AJ is gonna fulfill. He's gonna fulfill, his obligations. He will. He will fulfill his obligations. And Tyson now, we now know he's gonna fulfill his as well. So we'll see. I'm sure both of those guys are gonna do everything they can to get back to the fight that was originally planned, because there's a lot of money waiting. Them Arab man, them are waiting. They got a boatload of money just waiting to sprinkle it on these guys. And your brother had to go and throw the spanners in the works.
Do you know what's funny?
Spoil it for everyone.
Do you know what's funny?
It's just like you. That's your character. You just love to ruin. You just love to ruin parties, bro.
And I'm about to ruin another one. Listen, do you know what's funny, people?
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
Emery ruined your party.
Eddie Hearn couldn't get Wembley, right?
Yellow Submarine ruined your party, though, didn't it? You like to talk about football around here. All of a sudden, you don't give a shit. All of a sudden, you don't give a shit. I want to talk about that right now. Now you don't give a shit.
Listen,
he ruined your party, did it?
Listen.
Try to call around mine and rub it in, bro. I couldn't even watch the penalties. Jesus, you should have seen this guy. I'm just, how do you watch fights and people break their arms and legs and you can't sit there and watch United in the pen. You could watch De Gea put that ball and gift it away to that keeper. You could see, you could muster the power and the passion to watch your goalkeeper just give the ball away like that. Huh? So I just sorry, carry on.
And in other news, question that Archie asked, would you want to answer?
No, you
Before we,
answer it.
before, I would like to see him against Volkanovski because I feel like Ortega's that's an easy fight for us. Ortega's not taking us down, never taking us down. Easy fight for us, and with Volkanovski because we beat him clearly the last time, clearly beat him. I feel like we could do it again, and I feel like right now we're much more dangerous than how we were. You see how I'm talking we? Because I told you, as soon as Cormier leaves, who's my next kid that I will put my hat on?
Yeah, Alex. You did say that. You did say
All right.
that. But I
So
like how you're saying we because you're including me. Innit? You're including me in this thing.
no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
We see KB over here, dog. Come on, fam.
Nah.
We see KB over here, man.
Nah. You're not part of the Cormier committee. You're not part of
Nah, man.
DC.
No.
You see, DC's is
We
that.
see KB, bro. We see KB. If you fuck with
Oh,
Eugene Bear, man.
Volkanovski.
Yeah.
Fuck Volkanovski.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Max, but I'm just saying we see KB over here. You know?
Good. Stay over there.
Yeah,
But remember, we beat you in the last fight anyway.
Hmm. I like Max too. Max my guy, man. You know, I like to be blessed. You know, I like to be blessed. Salute to Diego, my guy. Big up.
Anyway,
So
so what's your first qualifying European game for next season? Oh,
which one?
crickets.
Which
Crickets.
which 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 European game you talking about? The one
Next
that you're
season.
gonna get demoted to Europa, like you was last season.
It don't matter.
the one that you're gonna get demoted back
Yeah.
into. You might
Did you
end up
make
in
it?
Conference League at
Yeah.
this fucking rate. You
Did you
know what
make
I
it?
mean?
Did you make it?
Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, man. Nobody's trying to listen to that shit.
Did you make it? Did you make it? Did you
We
make it?
don't want no part of it, man. You know what I mean? We don't want none of that. You man, keep it. You can't even win the thing, man. Get out of here with that. Right. Anyways, we've come to the end of the show. We've reached an hour. It's a small card, but still lots of here and there's about it. We look when cards like this come up, they have to, not all fight nights are gonna be nice and rosy. And the ones that looks all disgusting like this, sometimes is gonna have there's a lot of heavyweight on this card. This card is heavyweight heavy. So expect knockouts. That's all I'm saying. Just people are gonna get knocked the hell out. And that's why um both of my bonuses are on heavyweights. You know what I mean, for performance of the night. So I'm just praying to the gods, to the fight gods, to get us there. You know. So um oh Lord. Thank you, Archie. Thank you. You watch your neighbors do that and you want to talk about what game you qualify for Europe. You mad. If Tottenham was playing in, I wouldn't even have the mustard to ask the next man, what are we playing in Europe? Like, bro, your neighbor's about to win the Champions League, man. In front of you and win the domestic league.
Archie.
Come
Archie,
on, dog.
listen. Archie,
Come on,
listen.
dog.
Archie,
Hey,
listen.
cut the
I
show.
liked you.
We're done.
Archie,
Archie,
listen, I liked
you
you
just
before.
sprayed him with a whole lip of
No,
bazooka.
no, Archie, I liked you before, but come on, we can't be doing this, Archie.
Get in.
I really, really liked you because Arsenal, come on, Arsenal, you're just a B-Tech Man United anyway. That's why you only made it to the semi. You're a B-Tech
That's
Man
why.
United. That's why you sacked
That's
the
why you
manager
could
and you're going
beat
to the
Tech Man
worst club
United
in
and
the
you
world.
couldn't beat us this season. But we beat Tech Man United.
You're still
Shut the
B-Tech Man
fuck up,
United.
man.
Remember back in the
Bro,
day when
get
we
the
couldn't
hell out
beat
of
you and still
here,
win
man.
titles.
You coulda, shoulda, woulda. You
B-Tech,
know what I mean?
B-Tech United.
All right.
Love.
And you're a C-Tech City. And that's how we'll wrap up the show. See FC Tech City. Hey, listen.
Spurs,
Thank you
Spurs.
very much for
London's
everyone
blue.
that's joined us tonight.
London's blue.
Everyone that's
London's
joined us
blue.
tonight. Thank you very much. Salute to you guys.
You're about to
Big
watch
up. We're
Chelsea
gonna be
go to a
we're
Champions
gonna
League final
we're
again.
gonna go back. We're gonna be back next week to own our picks and yeah.
London's blue.
Yeah, idiot man. Anyways, we're done out here. Big up. Salute.
London's blue. Come on, bring the chorus in.
Ah, just waiting for Cheek to lock